Right, well I've just had a cracking day out with Northern Pickers, and here's the video. I hope you enjoy it. Well, hello, and we're back out at a river today in search of the good stuff. And guess who I'm with? I'm with Northern Pickers, and that's who marked his name on the rock at the English River last week. Let's go and see what he's doing, because this is where the flower gold is. So, we've got the main man here, and his dad's here.
We on film?
Yeah.
Northern Pickers.
Northern Pickers.
Northern Pickers, guys. Yeah, and Jagger.
So let's just see how today pans out. So while Northern Pickers was a clean up, I'll show you what I found. So we've spent about an hour here, a few buckets, digging away, moving some boulders. And to be honest, in my sluice, I couldn't see a fat lot. We've both got different sluices. I've got more like a riffled mat sluice, and we've got the Dream Mat on this side. And the Dream Mat is a really good piece of kit. And I could see the gold on Northern Pickers' mat. So Northern Pickers is doing his bit now for his video. It's going to be a bit of an unusual one, this, like a collaboration really. So rather than all the fancy angles and all that, it's just working together, having a bit of fun, you know, having a good chat at the river and see what we can find. So yeah, you get two perspectives today from the same day out. So as you can see, he's doing his clean up, and it'll be interesting to see, you know, what the results are. We're on the same inside bend. I've gone a bit further upstream. So yeah, let's have a look in a minute. We're just doing the pan out now, so I've seen some flower gold. There's that nice flake as well. And the dog wants to get in on the action. Yeah.
Northern Pickers. Oh, and there's the pieces.
How's it looking?
There's them flakes just come
Look
out.
at that, yeah.
That was the one I seen bobbing about before.
We'll have some of that.
Yeah. I'm not as seasoned practice.
That's really good.
Yeah, that's a nice little flake.
Yeah.
And then the flower golds to come out, yeah.
So what do you make of that? That's not bad. We've been here about an hour. We've come further upstream to where Northern Pickers normally goes. It's a nice spot. You've got the sun over there so you can keep warm. Yeah. It's nice. And a quick look around. These are the kind of rocks that we've found in this gravel bar. Lots of quartz and mineralised action there going on. So
More flakes today, that's good.
more flakes, you heard it there. It's like a behind the scenes, isn't it? When you see it like this, it's like behind the scenes. I'm filming, he's filming. So looking around, that's the hole I've dug. I've worked in this way, and you can see where all the overburden's there, so I can use that to fill it back in later on. We've got Northern Pickers just checking all the gold he's found. And it's that area there where Northern Pickers has been working.
So anyway, that's the introductions all finished with. So let's get back to this gravel bar and get this dirt shifted down the sluice line. By the looks of things, there's a lot of work to be done. And I also wanted to get up close and personal with this yellow flower dust. Because like they say, all that glitters isn't gold. But there's definitely gold here.
Well, I don't know if you can see there, we're getting quite a fair size hole, but I mean, how deep do you have to go? Have we got layers and layers, or do we have to go down like 3 or 4 foot to get there? That's the key question. I know I mentioned it earlier on. So I've done about another 4 or 5 buckets from down here. It's always nice to, when you sluice, to let the water clear and see what's under there. But it's basically, it's going to be full of that in layers. So yeah, all we're going to do now, work this area a bit more, and as you can see, we're going to get dirty. There's no glamour in doing this when you're knee deep in dirty water. But we've found a few specks in this gravel bar. I don't know how deep down it goes, but when you come here for a day, you've only got so much time to get down and see where it is in the layers. You're going to make quick decisions. Do I stay? Do I move on? Do I keep digging? You know, but it's a bit of fun, it's a hobby. No one's going to make any money at it. Well, I'm not anyway.
So while the sluice runs its course, let's have a look at the gravel bar and why we chose this spot.
They're working well. I can't actually see any visible gold on the top, Matt. And looking at the trees here, you can see where, when this is in full flood, I'd be underwater right now. So I've chosen this area because we have got fair sized boulders dropping out, and I'm trying to work a line across. As you can look that way, we have more lighter materials as we build up here and it starts to drop. And we've got Northern Pickers there. He's working another bucket, another clean up, lots more flower gold again. So yeah, we'll report back in a minute. Well, I can see Lewis over there. He's doing his bit, working the gravel bar. I'm sluicing. I don't know about you, but I find it very relaxing. Do you? Sluicing?
Love it.
Very therapeutic. It's hard to explain. You can hear the water. Just throwing the muck down there, and yeah. If you do this, you'll know what we mean. And if you're new to it, you might get it in the end. I'll just show you as well here, I've got quite a big tailings pile here building up. Let's have a look at that. As you can see there, there's the tailings pile. So ideally that'll need to be cleared. When we finish working this area. I've also started to notice more of that red hematite kind of material. That's always a good sign. You can also see that on the other sluice, on Northern Pickers sluice. It's just finding all the flower gold in the riffles. Now there's a lot of black heavies all through these riffles, and the top mat is now starting to show like a speck of gold there for sure. Maybe some micro specks in here, but in general, yeah, I think the sluice is running quite well now. You can see the red hematite, that's always a nice sign. I just like that sound of the sluice and the water going through it.
So it was time for a clean up, then a bite to eat.
So there's my pan, and as you can see, lots of like this mustard kind of gold, and you've got visible specks of gold and other heavies. Right, well I'm peckish, so it's time to get a bite to eat. So what have we got today? We've got a bag full of them. I'll give you one guess what they are. I've also got some Lucozade to keep the energy levels up, and a nice flask of coffee. My favourite. You know what they are, don't you? Crab sticks with sweet chilli sauce. It's a no-brainer. I'll tell you what, I'm going to get sunburnt here today. It's proper warm now.
Chicken fillet and bacon.
Eating like a king here, chicken fillet and bacon.
No, it's not the chicken fillet for the dog.
For the dog? I'm on stupid crab sticks.
My baby. My baby.
The dog's getting better fed than we are.
Too right, too right.
Well, we've had something to eat. I feel a bit better now for that. Nice cup of coffee and a few butties. So it's time to crack on, and I'll show you. There's the area I've been working. I've started there and worked in and round. We think there's a line going to go that way. So where Northern Pickers has worked that way, we're thinking maybe we could meet somewhere in the middle and look at a channel, just to see what's gone right down the middle of this gravel bar. We noticed all that the heavy, bigger stones are right in this area, and the lighter ones are on the outside. Right, come on, let's go and do a clean up.
And so with all cleanups, it's just a case of taking your time. Having a look in the mats. Always inspect your mats, the top mat and your main riffled mat. And we've got to take it all apart very carefully. And here I am just rolling up that green mat. I'm going to put it in the pan and start to clean everything up. And you can see in the background there, Northern Pickers, he's still working the gravel bar. So that's the green mat done there, and it's just time to wash out the tray and the top mat. And the last thing you want to do here is to have an accident where you lose everything. On final inspection, everything looks good. So it's time to put everything back together before we pan the concentrates out.
So there's my concentrates. You can see we've got some dark materials here. Let's pan it out and see what happens. Let's give it a really good shake in there. Try and get everything that's heavy to the bottom. Well, there you go. I can see all the black heavies are here. We've got bits of lead, shot, and there's a few little diddy specks. There's a speck there. I can see a few on the top there. But you can see it all in a line. So we'll just get all that snuffered up. Oh, it's hard work this. Well, it's time for a drink. We've moved some dirt there today. I'll show you in a minute. It's not bad with two people. You can get some ground moved. I'm feeling it now. I've not got my gold panning arms or my digging shoulders tuned in yet. I'll be aching all week now for this. How are you feeling? You feeling the
Feeling the strain.
the ache?
Worth it. Worth every penny.
The dog's busy supervising, like the foreman. Yeah. What have we got in here? I don't know what I've got left. Oh, we'll have a cereal bar. So there you can see now, we've not quite joined in the middle, but that's some fair channel. Come back a few more times. Have a cracking channel there, but
Down to the bedrock.
yeah, but we'll need to backfill all that before we go.
Yeah.
And a quick look at the sluice. That looks like shiny. Here, and look at that lining up there. That looks like all the flower gold. Something shiny there and there and there. And up here. So yeah, it's looking well. Oh. Oh, it's hard work this.
We're going to break the middle through.
You're going to get a rush of water in a minute.
No, clear it through.
Right, well I'll make that my final bucket. We've moved a lot of dirt today. Northern Pickers is having his final clean up. So yeah, it's time to finish off the final bucket, sluice it out. We'll catch you in a moment. And before the final bucket, we've got colour here, colour there, there's quite a bit of colour along there. So let's, a lot of clay there. I've broken it down the best I can. Let's just dump it on there. It clears itself quickly enough there. Well, final bucket done. We're now getting long shadows cast, and once the sun goes over that hill, I think it'll get a bit nippy in the air, so it's time to pack up and let's get all this overburden behind, put back. I mean, that's quite an impressive little project for the day. We've not gone down too deep. We've peeled back a layer about 8 inches, maybe down to a foot, and we found gold. So all that now needs to be just pushed back over and made good. And there's just a final quick look at the sluice. It'll clear itself a bit more. I can still see colour here. Quite a few bits of colour on there. And lots of black heavies in general.
So here we are now, just doing the final pant of the day, and it was good to keep on that side of the river, where the sun still has some warmth in it.
Look at the final sluice clean up. It'll be impossible to give you a proper spec count. And we have got bits here dotted all around, bits of shots. You can see the liner, bigger pieces. There's some pieces here appearing. So all in all, yeah, I mean, I'd say that's a pretty reasonable, you know, afternoon. There's the shot and a line of gold. So we've now got an absolute bottle load of black sand there. Let's put it in there and just have a look. It's always nice to see black sand. That's a winner as well. So right, that's cleared out. Contents of the snuffer bottle, there's just way too much in there to really, you know, show you. That needs seriously working down with some jet dry, or get this surface tension broken. But as we just work it back, I mean, even if, I mean, I'd like, it's got to be gold, that, but if it isn't, we've still found pieces of gold. I mean, it's the heaviest thing in the pan. It's just that much of it.
So yes, this is the big question. I wasn't totally convinced, to be honest, it was gold, although it did look very pretty in the pan. But under closer inspection, I could see that the real gold was a totally different colour. Gold is gold at the end of the day. And the other stuff in the pan was a heavy yellow material, very crystal-like in formation. And the main sample of gold is at the top of the pan there. And what I'm doing here, I'm gradually working back the other yellow material to reveal the gold specks. And after a lot of hard work and a bit of patience, you could clearly see the gold. And so whilst I was doing the clean-up, I did find quite a few granules of this yellow substance. So I decided to put it all in a pan and investigate further, and started to crush it. And if you look here now, as I crush each individual piece, it very quickly goes to a very fine yellow powder. And this is where I believe that all that mustard coloured flour dust came from. It came from this material. I'm not quite sure what material it is at the moment, but I got quite a lot there from that selection. And you can see there, look how bright and yellow that is. And when you put it next to the gold, there is actually a marked difference. And if gold is in the shade, or if gold is in daylight, it's normally the same colour. It's got a majestic lustre to it. Whereas this material, it's almost sulphurous in colour. Well, that was a great session at that river there with Northern Pickers. I really enjoyed myself, and thank you very much, buddy. Really appreciate your time there. But on the next video, we are back at this river again, and we're with Northern Pickers, where we find some more of the good stuff. So be sure you stay tuned for that one, people. My name's Mr. Daz P1. And like I say, there is no gold rush, but if we can, we'll try and find some gold for you and keep this content coming. Until the next time, people.
You saved your pan.
Yeah. Hey up!
Hey up in here.
What does that mean? That'll be an outtake, that. What's it doing? Really good piece of kit. And I could see, hello! And I could see the gold on Northern Pickers' mat. Alright, alright. He's getting a drink and a cool down and a bit of, yeah, he's having a paddle. Whoa! Hey! I slipped off my tail in his pile then. He's definitely got the bug, he's got the gold fever for sure. And he's a Lancashire lad. What is it? Yeah.